What's good with it? In the hood with it, Gunners Collective. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, you thought I forgot? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I said what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Here goes a motherfucking another one. Bye-ya, double up. Bye-ya, trouble up. Bye-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's time to bubble up, right? Man, noodle styles and direct types of fashions, man. You see the thumbnail right there? Man, Yella. What's happening with it, man? I don't know this Vato like that, man. I guess he's from Chicago, right? And feels that if for no other reason he should dwell in the land, man. Go over there in Southern California, the southern side, not the other side, right? And disrespect Mexicans. Or at least that's the way these individuals took it. Now, I watched all videos pertaining to the situation, man. And the only reason I'm doing a video on this, because I could really care less about this guy, Yella, King Yella or whatever, man. I don't know him like that. From the way I take it, man, it's different in the city of Chicago. It's different that way than it is in California, man. California wiggles differently, right? They get their wigglization on, man. That's facts, right? And a lot of people don't like the state of California. I've noticed that people from other states, man, they either hate on California or they just don't like it, or they throw subliminals, or they do the shake and bake, or they do the shaky, 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 right? They just don't like California, man. Maybe it's the politics, maybe it's the gangsterisms, the mannerisms, the way the bitches will pull up on you, you know what I mean, and gobble your whole shit up. Maybe they're not used to that. We are, right? I mean, it's just different. And instead of embracing the differences, man, and showing love, right, it's a whole lot of hate. Now, I understand on the flip side, in the meantime, in between time, just because the wind's blowing, there's dudes from California that feel like they're the shit just based on the state that they're from, knowing damn well that they're more like a pile of shit than the shit, right? But I pay that no never mind, because that's just the way people are, man. Just because you come from a certain area doesn't mean you're harder than a pit bull terrier. It doesn't mean, that you're that one. You can't live off the coattails of other people putting in work, man. You can't live off the legendary tales of the California Strive, because let me tell you something about Chicago. Let me look out, make sure there's no fat bitches are looking, right? Chicago bangs, right? They bang, bang. They bang, like the Bay Area, right? They handle their business. And there's no doubt about that. You got several individuals, legendary individuals out of the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, that are really with them activities. They're active in a whole different way. Very active. But that doesn't mean that everyone else ain't about that. Anyways, this guy, King Yella, man, he finds himself in San Bernardino, in that area, and he finds himself on different lives. And from everything I've seen about this guy, man, he has friends from everywhere. He has Mexican friends. He has black friends. Of course, him being black, very light-skinned tit, right, with good hair. This guy, made a comment which a lot of Mexicanos took as a derogatory comment. That's like me. The other guy the other day, man, he just hit me up. He said, why don't you call blacks blacks? Why do you call them Africanos? We're not Africano, we're black. Hey, Spencer, it's just the way I talk, right? Having done an extensive amount of time in prisons, YA, as Northerners, man, we always called blacks Africanos. We didn't do it as disrespect. We did it as a tribute to the motherland to which they come from, It's the same thing like if you call a Vato Mexicano. We're not from fucking Mexico, ese. I'm from Merced, California, 209, but I am from a Mexican descent, so we're Mexicans. Like they're mad at Yella for saying Mexicans, right? But I ain't from Mexico, eh? But I understand what you're trying to say, man, and the expression is real. Now, I get yelled at all the time by the way I speak and what some of the verbiage that I use, man, but I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me, and I can't stop that. And I don't intend to stop it, and I don't ask anyone else to stop doing them. It just is what it was, right? Now, this guy said Mexicans, right? And when he said Mexicans, some people took it as a derogatory statement. Some people thought, he was throwing subliminals or acting a certain way. Well, let me tell you about Southern California. Let me in, because I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot, right? Southern California is like no other place in the world, okay? I'm from Northern California. Let's get that right out there in the motherfucker, you know what I mean? Right straight from the gate. Those that know, yay, yay, right? Those that know. But I have did time in Southern California. I do have family from Southern California. I do got friends, homeboys, camaradas, righteous individuals from Southern California that I'll rock with till the motherfucking wheels are taped back on, right? It just is what it is. They don't play, man. There's always been a tension down there when it comes to black and Mexican, man. It's a bubbling pot, right? It's a pot of bubbling oil that at any point in time, man, could go off, in the Bay Area and in Northern California, in the Valley, man, we've always wiggled hand in hand with the blacks very closely. We have had rivalries at points in times, you know what I mean? Vatos are taking all the high notes. I couldn't stand it, right? But To be honest and true with you, man, there's always been that love there, especially in the Bay Area. Bay Area is a melting pot and much different, man. It's not even a black and brown thing there. It's a fucking Bay Area thing, right? And you have to be there to know it, live it, breathe it, smell it, been in it. That's just how you have to do on some E40 shit. But Southern California has always moved differently, man. It's at a point there where it's a lot less now than it used to be, gente. But back then, so we all know to get down. Back then, vatos. Oh, before we say anything else, for those of you that have been asking me about my glances and gang, I've been thinking about getting context. I'm trying to see how I look for those of you that are all shook. Anyways, back to the story. For those of you that are thinking about Southern California, it is just different, man. And, if you say a certain thing being from a different ethnicity, people are going to take it some type of way. Anyway, he said Mexicans, and Mexicans felt bad because he said Mexican, right? And I get it, homes. I'm going to rock with the raza, right or wrong, no matter what. It's just the way it is, right? But I don't see no black and brown tension escalating over something like this. But it went down. Now, the way it went down, I'm not going to disrespect anybody that pulled the movida and handled their business. They felt some type of way. Hey, we don't know what was going through their mentality, and allegedly he got shot up in his car with his family. Now, real G shit dictates, man, civilians and families should be off limits. But hey, this day and age we're living in, anyone can get it at any point in time. You caught lacking, motherfuckers get to smacking. That's just the way it is. Wompty womp 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 and whoop de whoop and hung 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 and all them funny stories, right? And funny sounds. People are gonna blast, bro. They're gonna ask questions later. Now, if a child would have been injured or even, just scaring that child, that's not a good look, man. That's definitely something I would have never participated in back in the days or to this day. Definitely not now. So scared, fuck that. I like steak, eh? I don't like fucking ramen noodles, right? But I would have just did me. But it's not a good look. I've been in a position, I told a story before, actual and factual true stories that come from Gunners Collective, about a strap being pulled out on me and my kid when she was in a stroller. She was a baby, man. I'll never forget that. That's something in my life that sticks with me. I think about daily, My daughter didn't even know she was almost gone before she was here, basically, pretty much. She didn't even get a chance to fucking say dada yet, right? And they were already trying to fucking do bad things to us. But that was my own stupidity. That was me being in the wrong area, I guess, at the wrong time. And also because I was involved in that street life. I was involved in that trajectory, bro. I was involved in that lane where I knew at any point in time, right there, if I could pull up and do their thing. And thank God, man, it didn't go that route. It never went that way, but it quite possibly could. So I feel for this guy, Yella, man. I'm not choosing sides here because I'm just telling you guys the story. I feel for this man getting clapped up with his family. Of course, nobody was hit, thank God. But man, you can't disrespect people. You can't even let people believe that they're disrespected. That black and brown line, man, although I hate to say it because I pushed the black and brown movement. I've always been about that. I've always been about the love, the respect, the blending of the cultures, the music, the industry, just everything, man, all the way from the gangs on up. We are the same, man. We are minority groups that have been ridiculed, persecuted, and oppressed through generations and time. And we go through a lot of the same struggles, albeit maybe some a little bit more than others. But remember, this land was stolen from brown people, man. And just like other brown and black people were brought here to this land to work and toil in the soil at the hand of another ethnicity. We're not going to say it, Woods. We're not going to say it, brother. Don't fuck with us just because the SAs and the blacks are fighting. Now you want to put it all on, I'll blame it on the white man. Well, that's mighty white of you, right? We're not going to do that. Not today. Tomorrow. Anyways, watch on. Sabes que these vatos, gotta understand that we all went through struggles. So we're all the same, man. We might speak different, talk different, eat different foods, but at the end of the day, man, we're all people that have went through oppression, have went through guerra, have went through a lot, and this is what they want. Orale, Malcolm, this is what they want. To see the black and brown together, they don't run shit. Orale, Montana, right? Together, they don't run shit, right? If we're together. But, of course, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's something that a lot of black and brown people, it resonates in their mind, and they're raised that way to hate each other, to beef with one another. It's something that I don't condone and something I don't like, but something that's a fact of life, and we deal with it. What happened to this man with his family is a tragedy, man. It's unfortunate, but it happens. When you're out there living that life, you're putting yourself out there, you're all tatted down, you're out of your area, you're in a spot you're not regularly in. You're talking that high power shit like you can't be touched, man, because you're from wherever you're from, you will get touched. Southern California moves differently, like I said, man. And people are putting out there himself. Now, this is the thing. Oh, the Mexicans shot him. No. Hold up. Wait for the homies in the... Don't do that. Don't say the Mexican shot at me. You know what I mean? Be a G about that. If you're a real G, man, you just say, I don't know, man. My family got capped that one time for their money, and this ain't cool. Because where you're at, I don't know where you come from, but where you're at, Holmes, that's misconstrued or is construed as telling, man, and assisting law enforcement. Basically saying, it was the Mexicans that shot me. It was the folks from the South. Can't do that. That ain't gangster. You know what I mean? And then he debriefed, and that ain't gangster. That's what they say, right? I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm the toughest guy, bro, and I have a fucking leg to stand on when it comes to all kinds of bullshit, right? But one thing I'll tell you right here from Gunners Collective, I'm going to give you facts, and I'm going to give you realness, and I'm going to give you the game, the knowledge you can't get in college, the diamond in the rough. See, I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king like 50 that ain't been crowned, and I'm going to definitely give you the real, man, because I got the swagalization to give it to you. Yella, man, your best bet and your best lane is to stay up off the internet talking about Mexicans, man, because when you're in Southern California, bro, in a fucking melting pot, but a place where people don't like each other, where there's still prejudices and there's still war and guerra, you can't let people believe you disrespect them. As far as whoever did this to his familia, they did what they did. It's not a good look either. There's nothing good about shooting into a car with children and women. That's not cool. But when you're in war, when you're disrespecting people or people feel like you are, they're going to fucking let you have it, man. This is California out here. We warn you, we bomb on you motherfuckers, right? It's different. I'm telling you. It's different. And that's just that, man. Anyways, with that being said, man, I don't want to delve too much into it because I know the intricacies and the details of that. I just wanted to tell you, man, this guy, King Yella, man, was clapped at with his whole family. And he, out of his own admission, said it was Mexicans that did it. I beg to differ. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're probably at home eating tortillas, they're doing their thing, you know what I mean? But, if that's what you're going to say, Holmes, and then in the same light, act like you're on some real G shit and gangster shit, I guess that's what you want to pump, right? Over here, it's no pumper. We don't do no jumper, right? We don't jump into bullshit and speak on things and blame people, if you feel like the Mexicans, right? Like you said, the Mexicans, they had to go to that level, man, to clap at you, then you must have said something that wasn't right. Because one thing I know about Mexicanos, about my people, the raza, man, they're going to give you your due diligence and they're going to focus, they're going to be willing to hear you out, Holmes. Now, if you're out there in San Bernardino or in Southern California thinking that you're just going to wiggle and have it your way and disrespect people and you ain't from here, man, and you move differently, then you're going to get moved out differently or moved on. And that's just it, man. That's facts. That's like me. I go to Southern California, my head is on fucking exorcist with the tongue, right? Because I got to make sure that I'm looking every direction at every time because I was so scared I looked away a little red and about to hate me. And that's just it. But I understand, and I play my position and I play my cards right, man. I be me, I do me. I ain't gonna be no sucker, but I ain't gonna let no one disrespect me either. And that's just it. Anyways, with that being said, gente, I hope that you guys move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming to you, man. If I spoke some realism, I spoke some realism. If I spoke some bullshit, well, then it is what it is. With that being said, hey, I hope that you guys have a great night. I hope that this guy, Yella, man, takes this jewel of the Nile and runs with it, swims with it, backstrokes with it, because it's all realness, you can't disrespect the raza, Holmes. The raza don't fuck around, eh? And who said the raza did this? Don't say it. You said it. I did it. Did you? I don't know. Bam. We'll figure it out then. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive. And while he's over there worrying about Mexicans and blacks and war, you know what I mean? I'm going to bump some Little Root. That's a brother from the Bay. Bang, bang. This is the gun. I do it to it.